We live. Peace. Campaign show live Thursday, March 28th, Ramadan Mubarak. 2 more days left for Ramadan, for Eid, I should say, for completion of Ramadan. Peace and blessings, y'all. This is your brother Cam. Oh, man. I got to start off the episode by giving all praises due to the Most High God, Allah, for this blessed woman right here in the womb that produced me and my 4 siblings. This is Anna Muhammad. May Allah be pleased with her. Today was her birth anniversary. She would have been 80 years old today. Born March 27th, 1945. My siblings' blessed mother, Anna Muhammad, and that's her parents. My grandmother was Myrtle Dahmer, like Jeffrey Dahmer. She related to Dahmer from Dahmer, Mississippi. Got dude in my, bloodline in my blood. And then my grandfather at the bottom, Herman Alton Henderson. So that's who produced my blessed mother, Anna, or Hannah, that's the name of Mary's mother. So they both was, my grandparents both diehard apostolic Christians. We was born and raised Christian. That's why I know so much about the Bible and Christianity and Christian concepts because of those grandparents right there. So just want to say all praises due to Allah for my blessed mother, for our blessed mother. And let's start this show off, shall we? This is what we on right here. CIA. I don't know if y'all been seeing all this hype, this hoopla going on since yesterday, and we're gonna get into why that is. The Ark of the Covenant, allegedly CIA, and this was actually back in 1988. Back in 1988, the CIA allegedly used a remote viewing psychic spy program to remote view the location and the existence, actually, of the biblical famed legendary Ark of the Covenant that's mentioned in the Bible. And they located it way back in 1988. But for whatever reason, which we're going to get into, they just bringing it up now, along with all of the pyramid business and UFO business and Pope business, all kind of stuff just happening now. The real new year of 2025. New Year's is March or the end of February. So I wanted to go into this. Let me actually log out of here. Hold on one second. Stop this screen because I want to get into another screen. And that is the... Hang on just a second. Yeah, there you go. This is a just a little Google search of Ark of the Covenant. If you type in Ark of the Covenant in a Google search, you'll see that pop up. You'll see this whole list of what's going on today. The Economist Times, Jerusalem Post, that's the Jewish publication. And all of this was just today. Today, this says 8 hours ago. This say 17 hours ago. Daily Mail, this say 1 day ago. Fox Live Now, that said 5 hours ago. USA Today, that was just 6 hours ago. New York Post, that was 19 hours ago. So all of this is popping today. For whatever reason, they wanted to start really pushing this today. Not to mention what they've been on for the last few days regarding that. All this Middle Eastern original black God people technology that they own all of a sudden, right? During Ramadan, of course, Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims. But this is no coincidence. This is no ordinary Ramadan. This is the most critical, crucial Ramadan that has ever existed. This is the end of grace. This is the end of grace Ramadan. This is the Ramadan of the departure of the Messiah from among us. And as soon as he physically departs, literally all the full wrath by degrees of the Most High God is going to come down on this enemy, and they know it. So that's why they bringing up this type of subject, this type of business. And let me see, let me get that off of here. And yeah, so if you go through, what is this? The Jerusalem. Let's see what the Jerusalem Post is talking about. See what Jerusalem Post talking about. Hold on one quick second. Jerusalem Post, and this is today. The article is today. You see that right there, March 27th, 2025, updated, I should say. And that declassified CIA files reveal psychic quest. You know, some articles say it's a quest. Some articles say it's CIA confirmed that it was located, and we're gonna get into what the PDF and what the report actually say from 1988. Review the documents. Remote viewer number 32. We don't know who that. I don't know who that is yet. I thought it was Joe McMoneagle, but it wasn't. Says remote viewer number 032 back in 1988 described a container made of wood, gold, and silver adorned with images of six winged angels and similar in shape to a coffin. So allegedly that's what it's supposed to look like. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, remember Indiana Jones and all that. So let's see what they talking about. I ain't read this. I'm reading it live. So we were just reacting and reading it live together. Recently declassified CIA documents revealed that in 1988, the CIA conducted an experiment as part of a secret project called Sunstreak. Sunstreak. Keep that in mind. Aiming to locate the lost artifact using remote viewing techniques. In one of these experiments, a person identified as remote viewer number 32 or 032 was tasked with finding an unknown target, which was in fact the Ark of the Covenant that the Bible talks about. And especially that the Jewish faith, constantly are fascinated with. Without prior knowledge of the target, remote viewer number 032 described a container of wood, gold, silver adorned with images of six winged angels in a similar shape of a coffin. Quote, the target is a container. The container is in another container. The container contains another container inside of it. The remote viewer further described the object as being hidden, subterranean, dark, and wet. That's the environment that is allegedly hidden in, indicated the concealed nature of its location. We're gonna get into the PDF files, or at least a little bit of it. The viewer perceived the presence. The viewer perceived the presence of protective entities, beings, guards, warning that anyone attempting unauthorized access to the ark would be destroyed by protectors of the container by a force unknown to us. Ain't that something? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Literally. My Lord, huh? That's pretty sci-fi sounding. Additionally, remote viewer number 32 suggested that the site was populated by what? Arab-speaking individuals dressed in all white, with visuals indicating the presence of mosque domes, as reported by the Insider paper. Presence of mosque domes. Oh, Arab-speaking mosque people, huh? Oh, that's interesting. The purpose of the target is to bring people together, he said. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, The resurrection. Oh, the resurrection. So which people is most in need of resurrecting? Is it physical people getting up out of the graveyard and the cemetery like my blessed mother and my mother-in-law? Is that what the resurrection is about? Or is it about the real resurrection, which is the resurrection of the black mentally dead, descendants of slaves of North America, the chosen people of God, the seed of Abraham? Maybe that's why they've been keeping it quiet since 1988. And now they just want to speak on it, right? In 2025, in the 40th year of Farrakhan. Remote viewer number 32 said, according to Metro, there's an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we now know. Why is this being revealed today, yesterday, and today? Inquiring minds want to know. The CIA's Project Sunstreak. Initiated in the 1980s, sought to employ individuals with purported psychic abilities to locate distant targets using only geographical coordinates. The project's finding fueled debates among historians, archaeologists, and conspiracy theorists alike, but it was the CIA doing it. It's a real CIA program, so conspiracy theory or not, apparently the United States government, the Central Intelligence Agency, didn't think it was too much of a theory for them to dedicate, that type of seriousness to it and secrecy to it. Apparently, it wasn't no theory to them. The power of remote viewing, the Ark of the Covenant, or looking for this particular artifact called the Ark of the Covenant. I guess that was important enough for them to use that project for stuff like that, as well as trying to remote view UFOs and trying to remote view Mars and other planets, because they have done all of that. The Ark of the Covenant, considered the holiest object in what? Maybe that's why they so interested. The holiest object in Judaism. Judaism, not Christianity, not Islam, not Buddhism, not Hinduism. CIA was directly looking for something for Judaism. Who is the CIA? Who runs the CIA? Who has the most influence on the CIA as far as these psychic, deep, dark, black projects? Yeah, what happened? Somebody remote view my. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what happened there. Let me try to find where I was at. That's interesting. There we go. Judaism. That just kicked me off of that one. Ain't that something? The Ark of the Covenant, considered the holiest object in Judaism, was built by the Israelites, whoever those are, allegedly, around the 13th century BCE, according to the Bible. Moses is said to have placed the stone tablets inscribed with the 10 Commandments inside the ark. Who is Moses and who is Aaron? It was housed in the holiest of holies, the innermost chamber of the temple of Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Why did we take Jerusalem from the devils? How long ago? Because one of our righteous brothers, who was a prophet by the name of Jesus or Isa, was buried there. He uses his name to shield his dirty such and such, which is called such and such. Jesus's teaching was not Christianity, was freedom, justice, and equality. Islam, submission to the one God and to truth and mathematic provable reality. It said it was in the innermost chamber of the temple in Jerusalem until it vanished during the Babylon conquest in 586 BC, allegedly. Over the centuries, numerous theories emerged regarding the fate of the ark. Noah's Ark and the Ark of the Covenant, all this ark business. One theory claims that it was taken to Ethiopia, where it allegedly resides in a local church called Mary of Zion. In 2018, a group of American Christians from the Bible Archaeology Search and Exploration Institute claimed to have discovered the ark inside a remote church in what? In Africa, according to Metro. However, many researchers quickly dismissed this claim, leaving its true location a mystery. The declassified document included several pages of drawings depicting one of the four seraphim, or the winged angel bird that stand on the corners of the ark, as well as a drawing of mummies lined up on a wall. The report also includes sketches of a domed mosque, fueling further speculation about the ark's location in the Middle East. Not a mosque, a domed mosque. Oh man, this is so interesting. So I wanted to get to I'm going to actually go back to the PDF. Let me find this. Let me stop this one and share this other one. Where is that? Man, did I even clip it? Oh, my bad. I clipped it. Well, let's go back. I'll just go back this way. Yeah, I'll just go back and retrace. Go to New York Post, because the New York Post got some of the PDF. Hang on 1 second so we can go to. Dang it. My little Wi-Fi acting up or something acting up. Give me 1 second. Let me try to shake this up or something. That's the little seraphim, the little bird, winged angel things, allegedly. Says let me get this off here. Hell up out of here. There we go. The target is protected by entities and only can be opened. Says the target is protected by entities and can only be opened by those who are authorized to do so. This container will not and cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. The time, what time would that be? The ark cannot and will not be opened until the time is deemed correct to do so. Once it is time to open a container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple, they said, before adding a warning to potential plunderers. Individuals opening the containers by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through a use of power unknown to us. Let me see. So this is part of the article, right? I mean, part of the PDF from 1988, December 5th. December 5th. Hey, that's my daughter's birthday. Target is a container. This container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver. The target is similar in shape to a coffin. It is decorated with seraphim. That's the little angel, winged little angel. This target is located somewhere in the Middle East. Somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals present seem to be Arabic. Like Semitic, like real Semitic people, Afro-Asiatic languages, Arabic. Visuals of surrounding buildings indicate the presence of mosque domes, like Muslim mosque. Oh, not the Muslims. No. Individuals in the area were clothed in virtually all white clothing of Muslims. And they had black hair and dark eyes. Uh-oh, they didn't have blonde eyes and blonde hair and blue eyes. Wow, they didn't have hazel eyes. One figure I homed in on wore a mustache. The target is hidden underground, dark and wet, where all aspects of the location of the target. The purpose of the target is to bring a people. Oh, I didn't see that. My bad. I'm glad I'm reading it live. It says the target of the object or the purpose of the target is to bring a people together, a specific people together. Could it be the people of God? It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, and the resurrection of a people, a specific people. There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, maybe like the lessons of Supreme Wisdom Lessons by Master Fard Muhammad, and historical knowledge far beyond what we now know. The target is protected by entities, and can only be opened now by those who are authorized to do so. This container will not and cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Once it is time to open the container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors. How do they know? Is this one of the above top secret dark black operations that they actually have tried to open it by prying it and striking it? How would you know that they're destroyed unless, was you having a conversation with somebody that told you that? Or was there actually verification? Y'all did find it and tried it. And some always happens. And we're going to go into that also through the use of a power which is unknown. So let's stop right there and let me go scroll to some Quran verses real quick. Here's one, chapter 15 in the Quran, which is the rock, verse 15, 16, and 17. It says, and certainly we, Allah, have made strongholds in the heaven, and we have made it fair seeming to the beholders, and we guard it. We guard it against every accursed devil. But he who steals a hearing, so there follows him a visible flame. And let's go to 36, chapter 37, 6 through 10 of the Quran. It says, surely we, Allah, have adorned this lower heaven with an adornment, the stars, and there is a safeguard against every rebellious devil. They cannot listen to the exalted assembly. Exalted assembly of who? Assembly of who? And they are reproached from every side, driven off. And for them is a perpetual, everlasting chastisement, except him who snatches away but once. Then there follows him a brightly shining flame. Guards of entities with an unknown power. Interesting. So I just like sharing, sharing is caring. I like sharing that. So with that in mind, I wanted to go to this. Where is my man at? Hold on 1 second. Get hit this off of here. Remove that and share this screen with my guy right here. Since we all talking about this good biblical talk. All this good biblical talk we going in on. Here is Pope Francis, dated October 7th of all dates. October 7th, 2021. Pope Francis, quote, says, the whole world needs more vaccines and less war. The whole world. I got the whole world in my claws. He represent Christ, right? Ain't that the vicar of Christ? Ain't that the mouthpiece of Christ? So did Christ tell him the whole world needs more vaccines and less war? And ain't vaccines a form of war? Ain't vaccines, if you want the world to have vaccines, that means that you're trying to wage war against something. You're trying to use vaccines as a a global weapon against some kind of war. So what do you mean the world needs more vaccines and less war? Vaccines is a weapon of war, ain't it? For whatever it is that you're trying to get rid of, or the diseases that you're trying to rid the world of, Mr. Vice Vicar of Christ, allegedly. So I had let me stop that. I had posted up today on my Insta scam page that article where it says Pope Francis, that's in the America Jesuit Review. Jesuit Review. The Jesuit Review. I guess that's a publication of Jesuits. That's priests of the Vatican, I suppose, or Catholic Jesuit. Those are the high priests of Catholicism. And the Pope spoke October 7th. That date is very significant, as that is the birth date of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And it's also the date of Netanyahu's October 7th attack that they used to justify what they've been doing now to the Palestinians for the last however many years, or a couple years now, or whatever. October 7th. America, the Jesuit Review, Pope Francis says the world needs more vaccines and less war. And I said, check the date of the receipt. Check the date of this receipt from His Holiness. That's His Holiness, the Pope. Did Christ give him this instruction for the world? Did Christ give him this instruction? Because he speaks for Christ, right? So the world needs more vaccines and less war. So according to the Pope, Christ reveals to him that we need more vaccines and less war. Trivia question based on that. What is Bill Gates and Henry Kissinger's National Security Memoranda 200 preferred method for fighting the war against global overpopulation? What was their top method? What faith is Dr. Fauci? He really looks like the Netanyahu, but according to Wikipedia, Netanyahu is Catholic. I mean, my bad. Ferrarian slip, huh? Fauci is Catholic. He looks very Jewish looking, but according to him, he's Catholic. And that makes so much sense. I could see him being much more being Catholic than Jewish because of his knowledge and wisdom, his high God-like angelic knowledge and wisdom of science, especially of virology and epidemiology and immunology. So I just wanted to share what I have been blessed to see in this Ramadan, this holy, great night of power, night of majesty, last few days of Ramadan, and Ramadan Mubarak to all of us, all of y'all, whether you claim to be Muslim or not. Blessings to you, because this is your time. This is a great and dreadful day. This is the greatest time to ever be alive, have ever existed, because we living in the perfection of God and the perfection of his people. And when I say God, I don't mean no spook, ghost, mystery, imagination. I mean the human being. God is the human being, the human species, and we living in the time of the perfection of the human species, or the most high, originator species for sure, which is the original black nation of this planet. And the very first perfected one ever since the originator, the very first one of us that brought itself into existence from the material of the darkness of triple dark space, infinite, eternal, triple dark space, the originator, who we know as the originator, Allah. He is now perfected in the first person Master Fard Muhammad. The second person that he perfected himself through and in is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is now Mahdi, our Father God, the eternal leader of the nation of Islam, or the nation of submission, the nation of peace, the nation of God, the nation of truth and righteousness. Is not religion, it's the nature. Islam means submission. Submission is not religion. Submission is not religion. Submission is the nature, the natural, righteous intelligence of the Most High, supreme being of the universe, which is the human being, the original black human being of this planet. That is the supreme being. The nature of the supreme being is submission to truth, submission to righteousness, submission. That's not a religion. That's our nature. Right. So that being said, man, let me go on and this also, that's why they're doing all of this business too. All of this is being revealed. I don't know if I touched on this earlier already. All of this is happening right now specifically because they know that time is up. That's why the dragon, is talking about the world needs more vaccines because, he's having great wrath knowing that his time is up. He had but a short time left, few days literally. So woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, because the dragon is coming down on you now and us. That's not with Farrakhan, having great wrath, spending all his arrows, all of his weapons of deception and war and poison and whatever is aimed at the baby, Mary's little baby, which is a baby nation, meaning the chosen people of God, the descendants of slave, black descendants of slave, black and so-called red Indian, black and indigenous of North America. So if you're not with Farrakhan, then yeah, you've been warned. I'm not saying you got to call yourself no Muslim. I already gave you the definition. Bottom line, if you're not with him, then you will get what they get. And, I can't do nothing but keep reminding you, and you can disbelieve it or you can disagree or whatever, My job is not to care about none of that. My job is to deliver clear, plain messages so that you understand them, not so that you like them or that you believe them or you agree with them. As long as you understand, that's all I'm here to do, and get the blood off of my hands. And if you say what you got and what you know, or your Lord and your Savior is the real Savior, and then you warn me the same way, get my blood off your hands, and we just see whose hands is clean and whose God is the real God and whose Messiah and Christ is the real God and Christ and all that good stuff. But I just want to share with you what we have benefited from. And if you don't know what time it is, if you don't know the time and what must be done, we are not going to make it. You can love Jesus or God or Allah or whatever, but if you don't understand who and what and how and when and where and why he really is and what our connection is to him and with him, then you ain't gonna make it. So man, it was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. But yeah, the Ark of the Covenant, all this biblical stuff has come to a full manifestation, fulfillment. All of the prophecies, whether you understood them or not, they have been revealed, and the knowledge and the interpretation and the understanding has been given and revealed to the nation of Islam, to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and to the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan Muhammad. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. The whole UFO subject, you see that they going crazy. Harvard and Pentagon and all of the, white power nations around the planet, everybody is going crazy talking about UFOs, but trying to get a credit to aliens. And then they trying to say the Ark of the Covenant or the pyramids wasn't built by blacks, and this was something like they're gonna get a credit to everybody else except who the credit really belongs to, which is the Asiatic black nation and the descendant of slaves of North America. That's all ours. That's us and that's ours. Take it or leave it. That's us and that's ours. What's the odds of all of this just being bombarded with all this drone, UFO, alien, Mars, this, Ark of the Covenant, pyramid, a mile and a half pillars with what they call that, Tesla coils going all the way down into the earth and all. What is the odds? Why would all of this be happening right now in the 40th year of Farrakhan's completion of his time among us, which started in 1985 with his confirmation from his father, our father, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, on the big mother plane UFO that y'all done clowned us about for so long now. Harvard and Yale and scientists, Pentagon, all of the top scientists and military generals above top secret is revealing and disclosing and confirming this information that you clowned your own black nation about all your life. What do they know that you don't want to submit to? You don't want to be a Muslim and submit. They all submit. They all confessing, right? Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. They tongues is confessing. They still got some lies in there. Still got some venom, some snake venom, double tongue, double speech lies mixed in. They talking about as aliens, but they damn showing you and us that technology is above their heads and above all they highly sensitive military nuclear missile installations and all they new weapons programs that's above top secret. All these little UFOs is got all of that in checkmate, shutting them down on a regular basis. And like you saw with the remote viewing description, they got guards that'll destroy you by unknown power if you try to you try to open the ark, you try to peek into listen to something, or you try to do something that don't belong to you, or tamper with something that don't belong to you, that belong to God and his people, his chosen people. They're going to destroy you instantly. You're not going to be able to jump the gun and cause the whole, the final destruction or the final Armageddon. They'll just destroy you individually until they're ready, until the time is deemed correct for them to let loose all of it on you. But the time is their man. The clock is Farrakhan. Farrakhan is the watchman. Farrakhan is the grandfather clock of Armageddon, of the destruction, of the judgment, the final judgment. Take it or leave it. I love my God, my Father, and my Lord and Savior. Oh, man. And you should too, because it's all in your favor. You've been lied to and deceived and destroyed all your life in the name of God, in the name of religion, in the name of these identity jackers. But the real God, the real Christ, the real Messiah is your brother, our spiritual father. You know what I'm saying? Because he fathered us into this knowledge and revealed it. So spiritually and mentally, he's our father. But genetically, he's our brother. So I just wanted to share that with you because this was just a beautiful gift and a beautiful honor for me to be able to even share it with you, and for the Father even to choose me, you know what I'm saying, to be one of those that can give it to us in a way that, a street is broken English, stuttering slang, t-shirt, whatever, but you ain't got to go here or there to get it, because now it's time. Because the enemy is coming at you. You didn't have to go to Walgreens or CVS and get the Fauci juice. They was gonna drop some of it from the air, from allegedly, it's chemtrails, allegedly it's airborne. The pandemic was allegedly airborne, right? You caught that wherever. You didn't have to go to the mosque and catch it. You didn't have to go nowhere and catch it. They brought it to you. So likewise, God gonna bring you your glorious revelation of himself and a revelation of your own identity and your relationship to him. He's going to bring it right to you like the devils brought poison right to you. They brought, unaliving right to you. So God going to bring the revelation and the resurrection right to you in all kind of forms, in the forms of all kind of messengers, all of his messengers, seen and unseen. So I just thank y'all, man. Thank Allah for y'all. Thank Allah for letting me be y'all brother. You don't have to call yourself no Muslim or nothing. I'm your brother no matter what you call me. You ain't my brother, Gio. Hey, man. If you say I ain't, then I ain't, I guess. I say I am. I say I'm your brother. But if you say I ain't, then I'm fine with that too. I'm just fine with that. But this is the headlines. You see it. Who controls the media? Who controls the media? What made them do this concerted blast of this subject yesterday and today? You know what I mean? We could say the small caps over there, the Zionist small caps control the media, but the real small cap is my man that I showed you already, right? Who's the OG small cap? Let's put him back on the stage. That's the OG small cap right there. That's who controls the media. That is who controls the media. That's the one that curl his tail and bring down a third of the stars of heaven. That's the one that deceived the whole world, according to the Bible. The dragon, not the beast. The dragon gives power to the beasts, plural, his children, his offspring. That's the one. That's him. That's him. So I just want to let y'all know, you blessed. If you from North America and you black, red, or brown, you are the most blessed people in the universe. If you would accept Farrakhan, if you accept the information that the Nation of Islam is giving you, you are the most blessed people that ever lived. And if you reject, then you are going to be the most regretting the most, man, I don't even know what the word is. What would you call it if you was offered the heritage and the inheritance of being a co-heir with Christ, sharing the power and knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and rulership over the planet and over the universe, and you turned it down because you believed in the Pope and Fauci and Biden and America? What would that be called? What would that be called? That's more than regret, because you get in hell. You're gonna get hell, but you actually was one of the chosen people and you rejected it. Oh Lord, that is the worst nightmare ever. That's the worst nightmare ever. Yeah, it's definitely disbelievers, divine light. But no, I'm talking about what would the word be? What is that emotion, knowing that you found out, that that's who you really was and what you really had action at, and that was trying to be given to you and you rejected it. What feeling, what emotion would carry the rest of your existence? You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. I'm just talking about the emotion, because heaven and hell is emotion, right? And heaven and hell is mental states of mind. You in torment, you in just utter torment, or you in bliss. What can torment you worse than being held alive, held in existence? You can't die. You can't die. You have to live with the terror and the regret and the agony and the torture, mental torture of knowing you rejected your God promise and your God gift. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Yeah, man. So that's where I'm at with it. That's what this is about. The Ark of the Covenant, the pyramids, the UFO subject. Let me find my. Hold on one second. It's going to take off my outline, but I still got to do it. Still got to do it. Where you at? Where you at, Father? There you go. That subject. So you got the Ark of the Covenant, the Pyramid Revelations, you got the UFO topic. All of that's talking about who. Let me get my Trinity. Let me get this real Trinity since we love the Trinity. That's the real Trinity right there. There it is. That's the Trinity. Take it or leave it. We don't deny Christ. We don't deny Jesus. We don't deny the one God. We just understand differently, right? It's only one electricity, right? But it can have, you can have unlimited amounts of light bulbs. You can have various types of light bulbs with various capacities and wattages and power or whatever, but it's only one electricity. There's only one Allah, but Allah can be in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, honorable Farrakhan Muhammad, and you. Allah is not some separate. Allah is one soul, one mind that expresses himself or itself through all of the vessels that will receive him, all of the light bulbs that allow that electricity to flow through them. Then you become a light giving sun. You become a God because that's what you're supposed to be. A light bulb was designed to get plugged in and transmit light, transmit Allah, to be Allah. You know what I'm saying? That's the human being. If you don't want to believe that, you don't want to be that, that's perfectly fine with me. God don't need you. Electricity don't need light bulbs. Electricity does not need light bulbs. And electricity knows that. Electricity is in bliss. Electricity is in the most blissful, powerful, possessive of power over all of the physical creations without the light bulb. So take it or leave it. I've definitely taken it, and I ain't leaving nothing. So yeah, man. That's it. That's where we at. I'll take a few comments and maybe questions or whatever. If y'all wanted to talk about something, let me go through my comments and give my shouts. Salute all the chat. Uncle Big Man, salute, respect. BL Senior, salute. Ahmad Jabril, Wrench Mob, God Squad, Divine Light, Nate the Greatest, of course. Babyface Lokester, salute, salute. What's up with it? Skrill to the Max X, UFOs. UFOs. Is that like an Eddie Murphy joke? You want to get on with me? Skrill to the Max. I'm not quite sure what the laughing was for. Do you not believe in so-called UFOs? Or you just only believe in white man's airplanes and white man's rockets? I'm not sure what the laughing is for, but it's all good. Ahmad Jabril, thank you, big Ahmad. Man, Ramadan Mubarak and blessings to you. And may Allah multiply your charity 100-fold in the form of blessings and healings and power and understanding for you and your family. Thank you, my brother, for real. Monique, salute, Monique. I see you. Always good to see you, Monique. My God, cherubim, my my YouTube chat cherubim with the fiery sword, Adrian X. Man, it's gonna get ugly. I mean, in a beautiful way for the righteous. It's gonna get ugly in a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. Oh, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly for the disbelievers and the hypocrites and the ops. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait. KM, salute. Tap, Yakub children scrambling like eggs. Scrambling. You absolutely tap. King Z, salute. Ramadan Kareem, King Z. Simeon Israel. That's BS. They did not nothing. Beverly, when you read, I don't know what you're saying. You're welcome to get on the live with me. Let me leave that up there. Matter of fact, let me put this link. I'm not gonna get emotional like as far as BS or the exclamation points. I'm this is the best time to get on live with me because I'm gonna be so pleasant and so cheerful and so non-confrontational. I'm gonna let you get yours all the way off. And whatever you want to say, you're welcome to say it now because 2 days from now I'm gonna be all the way up on one. So this is the best time to catch me in this pleasant olive branch spirit. But Simeon Israel says that's BS. They did not nothing. I don't know what that means. Beverly, when you read Second Maccabees, it says that when God gathered his people, then the Ark of the Covenant will be revealed. Please pull it up. Oh, I guess you wasn't talking about me. Talking about them. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. You know. But yeah, we could definitely talk about it. Nate the Greatest, salute. Nate the Greatest again. Is that Elja Morris or Ija Morris? Salute to the 144,000. Yeah, they just the stars. That's just the star. According to the Bible, that's just the stars, but it's a smaller number than that. According to the book, if you're going by the Bible, it's 7 around the throne, and then it's 10,000. Then it's 144,000, and then behind that it's a number that no man can count. So these are just the first of the soldiers that gather the rest and then wake up the rest. So it's not just going to be 144,000. It's going to be millions. It's going to be millions of us. But yeah, it's all good though. Now maybe I must have missed. I thought you were saying BS to what I was talking about, Simeon. So you saying BS to what they saying. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. But we can talk about it though. You're free to let the people know. Yeah. And I know it might be abrasive or kind of if it feel weird or offensive or something if I'm saying that the only way is Farrakhan, but I have to say it. I have to say it because I know what's coming. We've been proving it for years, for decades, especially the last 40 years, the last 4 decades, fulfilling everything that the Bible talked about. It's just most of us don't understand the Bible and we take it literally, and we don't even know that the Bible is not in correct chronological order, and the Bible has been stepped on and altered just to confuse us, just so we can be arguing with each other about it instead of seeing the common proven prophecy fulfilled by us. So that's why I'm always pleasantly challenging and accepting challenges or whatever, because there's nothing wrong with challenging. There's just something wrong with being emotionally combative and proud and arrogant and rejecting once it's proven. When somebody presents better proof and evidence and explanation than you are or anybody else is like, no, I just believe like that. We're gonna run it like that. We're gonna go into straight denial, rejection, emotional, I just believe mode. All right. That's cool. That's cool. But if you're interested in provable facts and provable fulfillment of prophecy and fulfillment of the characters, the star characters, the prophets and the messengers and Messiah of prophecy, then, you know, I'm the guy that you want to talk to or talk with or reason with or argue with. Because ain't no mystery in our history. But yeah, I guess that's it, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all on here. 55 minutes. That's pretty good. I got to it real quick. Anything y'all want to speak on, feel free to. I can't really speak on no beef and no mess in these YouTube streets, and it's going to be a lot of that. As we already can see, it's the end of grace for wickedness and dirt and all the stuff that we used to get away with, and we have gotten away with up until this point. That's all over with. All over with. All over with. George Allen, Ramadan Kareem. Good to see you, Big George. Ramadan Kareem to you and the family. And soon Eid Mubarak. Soon, in a day and a half. Eid Mubarak. Oh man. So I thank God, man, for y'all. Thank the Most High Allah for y'all. I thank God for letting me be y'all's brother and companion, and hopefully a good company sharer of information or ideas or whatever. So if that's it, if it's nothing else, man, I'll let y'all finish enjoying your Thursday night and share this. Matter of fact, hit the like button. If y'all don't mind, I'm so skinny. Boy, 20 some days of fasting. God willing, we're gonna snap back. We're gonna bounce back, get my little muscles back, because this muscle was super worked out. Looking like an alien. Looking like them aliens y'all claim exist. But yeah, I guess that's it, man. Because I don't want to overdo it. Much love, man. Love and respect and healing and success to each and every one of y'all and your families. Like, subscribe, share. Until tomorrow, God willing, Ramadan Mubarak, Campaign Show Live. We out. Peace.